Good evening, everyone. You know what day it is. You know what time. It's time for Hard Talks with a Blonde and a Hippie. I'm your trippy hippie, Alicia, jumping on the mic from good old Utah with my co-host,
Sarah.
And we're joined...
I was like trying to listen for my name for that cue because I was always like...
Sarah. We're joined this evening by two beautiful ladies. The bitch bonus Bethany is back. And she is in business. Yes. And we are also joined by Miss Jakelie George. You might follow her on Instagram. And are you on Twitter as well?
I am on Twitter,
And
yes.
Twitter.
And Facebook, all the above.
All the above.
She's on all of it.
Yes.
She is a local Utah influencer and inspiration to many women. And we are happy to be here with you guys tonight. How are you?
Great.
Yeah?
Fabulous.
Fabulous. How are you, Sarah?
I'm good.
Yeah? I made you run an errand
Me and
last...
my large banana are doing good. Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Miss May.
Miss May.
Miss May.
Miss May. Miss Caroline May.
I still might slip in Lucy every now and again.
I mean, it's fine. Go for it. Lucy in the sky.
Tonight, we are drinking an inspired... What is it, Bethany?
It is supposed to be a watermelon prosecco margarita. It has all three of those things in it, though, for sure. I don't know if that's what you would call it.
You guys know that I would make a terrible, terrible bartender. And
Absolutely.
I
that
just
was hard to
proved-
watch.
I drove that nail in hard today.
Oh my gosh.
But, because I don't have a strainer or, one of those
Yeah.
shakers.
I had one.
We're
Well,
let me know
You're not
this.
using it anytime soon. You should bring it on over.
I mean, honestly.
Ring, ring. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I didn't know what you guys were making. Let
All
me
right.
know ahead of time.
All
You should
right.
have one.
Yeah.
You have a podcast that
The
you talk
dollar
about drinks.
store.
I know. I
You should
need to up
already
my
have
game.
Literally the dollar store,
So,
like TJ Maxx.
What we did was we dumped a few shots of Prosecco, a few shots of...
Shots?
Well, you didn't you use a shot glass to measure?
No.
out? Oh, well, she used a few shot glasses to measure out the
Then
silver
that-
tequila that's in it.
That took too long. So we
And then
started
she
free-pouring.
dumped, apparently, some Prosecco in there, and it's mixed with some
We forgot the
watermelon
limes.
juice and
For the
That's it.
lemons.
Lemons.
lemons
Limes.
and
It's okay.
salt.
And the mixed berries.
And Alicia poorly rimmed all the glasses with salt. So they all got into the drink because they didn't stick to the side. So
Go ahead and
Horrible.
follow our Instagram page. You'll get to see the video of
Horrible.
the
Great.
first test taste. We dumped it
Don't
into
ever
an
ask her.
Easter bucket in honor of Jesus, because it's Easter.
Jesus.
So happy Easter, motherfuckers.
yeah.
On that note,
On that note, it's pretty strong.
You like it though.
And there's a hair
are we
in
gonna...
it.
Ew. You guys are...
We all have pretty long hair though, so
Yes.
it could be anyone's.
But all that being
Honestly.
said, let's throw in our disclaimer really quick before we get into the meat of all of this. It's an 18-up podcast. Just because we curse like sailors, I don't want to be responsible for your children saying fuck or goddamn. Sarah's a saint no more. She curses as well. So
I'll go back.
tune
It's
in on
fine.
your own time. We love you. Also, really quick before I forget. Sorry.
Drop that drink.
I thought it would be appropriate to share an email that we got in. It was, I think, the first or second bitch bonus. I think it was with Corey.
Oh God.
But you were on it,
yeah.
and we were talking about adoption.
Uh-huh.
And there was a girl who emailed into the show.
Yeah. I remember her.
Asking questions about adoption.
Mhm.
And we've kind of been going back and forth, and she emailed in a few days ago, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it really touched me. And she just said, I appreciate you guys. I've been a listener since the beginning. I have been thinking about moving forward with adoption, and I've been seeking therapy. I have told my parents about the baby, and my baby daddy is now involved. So
Oh, okay.
that's great.
Good.
That's awesome.
If that's what's best for you, Miss Jane Doe from Cedar City, that's amazing, and you're a strong lady for
You do you, girl.
Yes.
incredible
We love you.
for making that decision. And You're so strong. So thank you for emailing in. We really appreciate your love and support. Yeah.
Good transition.
Yes. Bethany, how long have you been back in the state?
Like a month, right?
Yeah. How's it
I think
been?
so. It's been cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jakelie, are you originally from Utah?
So my mom was in the Air Force, so we've been out here since like the 7th grade, I think. So I guess no, not originally, but been here long enough that might as well be at this point. So
Definitely.
Where were you before that?
Omaha, Nebraska. Really exciting, I know.
Yeah.
So
I'm from Iowa, so we're neighbors.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, no, my mom is a retired Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force, so that's what brings us out here.
That's incredible.
Yes. I grew up with 2 drill sergeants for parents because, they
Wow.
met in the military. So.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Strict upbringing?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Were you ever, like, pressured to, like, join the military?
No, not really. My mom thought it would be great for any of us to join, but at the time when I graduated high school, I still would have needed to lose a little bit more weight because, preface here, if you don't follow me, I've lost a bunch of weight and I struggled with my weight my whole life. So at the time, graduating high school, I was still too heavy and me and my parents fought all the time and I was like, I'm just going to go down to St. George. I'm going to live the best life. And I packed up my car and moved my happy ass down to St. George and made a lot of mistakes. And, that was, God, it feels like, how long has it been since I've been out of high school? Way too long.
You went right after high school?
I did. Literally,
Okay.
I remember it had been a month after, that. So what, you graduated May, I moved that August.
Isn't it crazy, though, that the mistakes are, like, what mold us into the people we're meant to be?
Oh, absolutely.
And it's like when your heart's breaking the most are the times that you will grow.
Oh, of course.
It's incredible.
I 110% agree with that. So,
I like
So-
making mistakes.
Yeah.
Some of them are
I make
fun.
mistakes every fucking day.
yes.
Some of them
This
are
baby's
fun.
called one.
It's called parenting, okay? If
Oh.
every night you go to sleep, it's like, man, am I fucking this kid up? I hope not. Fingers crossed, tomorrow's a new day. Anyways.
Anyways.
I think
On
he's
that
doing all
note,
right.
I know you struggled with your weight your whole life. Do you mind if I ask about like your journey and your transition into losing weight? Like, what was your routine? That takes so much discipline and hard work, and more power to you, girl. You're
freaking killing it.
You fucking awesome.
Thanks,
yes.
girl. Yeah, so, if you guys didn't know, one of our guests here, I went to high school with her, so she has known me that long.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
So it is definitely, I struggled with my weight my whole life, and I couldn't really, I had a bad relationship with food for sure, but honestly, I think I tied my emotions too much to food, and it really, I was always a bigger girl, but it didn't really become an issue until I'd say, I was 24, and I just realized stuff was hurting, and, I feel like when you're really overweight, and this may be triggering to someone, so if you're overweight, do not take anything I say the wrong way, because I feel your pain, but I feel like stuff hurts and we don't want to acknowledge that, we're not supposed to be carrying around all this excess weight. And if you're walking around and you're a certain size and you have no body pain, great. I'm not here to say that, if you are of a certain overweightness that you will have pain. For me, I got to over 300 pounds and shit was hurting, and that's not how you're supposed to walk around. And then, if you guys didn't know, I was engaged at one point. So when my fiance proposed to me and I saw the engagement video back, I was mortified. And my ex-fiance, you guys, big dude, right? 6'4", 280 something. And I was bigger than my fiance. So that also did not make me feel the greatest.
Do you mind if I ask what your max weight was?
Yeah, the max that I know of. Okay. I'm sure it might
After a while, you're like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I just don't step on the scale anymore, was 334 pounds. So, a lot, basically.
How much weight did you have to lose before you went through your surgery?
So, basically, how it works when you go to Mexico, you don't really need to lose any surgery. I decided after my proposal, I was like, okay, this is it. I'm doing it. And I went to my 2 best friends. If you guys didn't know, my 2 best friends went with me. I went to them and I was like, listen, bitches, we're doing this. And a month later, we were down in Mexico. You're supposed to follow a pre-op diet, see how much you can lose on that. But straight up, cheated the whole pre-op diet because I had no self-control. And that's part of the reason why I made the decision I made. So I think the day of surgery, because they weigh you, I think I was 322 pounds. So what did I lose? Like 10 pounds? You should have lost more than that if you were really drinking only liquids for 2 weeks. But,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
But I needed it as like a kick in the ass because I know that I have an addictive personality and I can stick to something if I feel as if though it's working. But I feel like with weight loss, you try and you try and you try and you fail. And, you know, at the end of the day, I know we're not always honest with ourselves. Like, we can sit here and say, oh, I'm doing everything possible, when in reality, you probably aren't. But mentally, it's just as hard as it is physically to actually do the damn thing, right? So it's like they have to be in combination with each other.
Yeah.
And when those don't work together, you know, you just end up falling flat on your face. And that's kind of what kept happening to me. So when I did this, I took it as like, I'm going to make this a lifestyle change. And about a year into it, I was down, I think, 70 pounds, maybe 65, and I had kind of plateaued, and I didn't want to be that person that only lost, you know, whatever amount. I wanted to get where I wanted to be, so I started counting my macros and weightlifting, and that was, it's been almost 2 years since I started doing that. So
That's awesome.
And just made changes, you know, certain changes, so...
Well, and working out is so healthy for so many reasons. I mean, me for my anxiety and depression. I mean, just getting out and running, you know, just around the block. I mean, God, like, it helps me mentally. I mean,
well, I honestly tell
yoga.
people I changed my addiction to food with an addiction to weights. So it's just like, I don't know. It was a blessing and a lifesaver for me, and something that I don't foresee myself ever being without. It makes me feel good. And, you know, like, I used to have really bad asthma, and I don't anymore. I used to have high blood pressure, and I don't.
That's awesome.
I remember at one point at my heaviest, like, what was the last event I went out and did as a super heavy individual? Like 3 weeks before my surgery, there was FitCon. I went with my friend, and, you know, FitCon's like a event thing that you walk around, and we walked around for like 6 hours. Not only did my feet kill me, and this was only like 6 hours of walking, right? But my feet and hands would just swell too. So I knew that that wasn't normal either. So I try to be as open as possible to let people know that if you're going through these things where abnormal things are happening to you that you're concerned about, it's okay. You don't need to feel ashamed about them. And it's okay to admit you need help, whether it be in the form of a surgery, personal trainer, whatever. It's okay to say, hey, like, my body's not doing great. Even if, you know, because losing weight is not all about the vain aspects of it. There's definitely, I physically feel night and day different. So as fun as it is to look great or look better, the physical side of it is also great.
Yeah.
You know? So there's so many things that go into it. Like, I don't have to ask for a seatbelt extender anymore on the airplane. So, you know, just little things like that. It's more than just looking better. It's feeling better too.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
That's killer.
That's so awesome.
yeah,
Like, did you have to change your diet routine and everything?
absolutely.
How is it now?
So, like I said, I did this with my very best friend. Her name is Ashley, and if you guys follow me, you probably know exactly who I'm talking about. But she and I, like, at one point, like, ate out 2 to 3 times a day. Like, we regularly went to the Cheesecake Factory. Now that I'm so educated about macros, right? Like, I had no idea about calories before, because I feel like as a fat person, you just don't look. Or not even a fat person, but just like a person that's not, like, let me rephrase that, as someone who's not trying to lose weight, someone who's not conscious of what you're putting in your mouth, you have no idea, right?
Right.
That
And then when you do look, you're like, oh, fuck. Like,
for real,
I'm
for
like, what
real.
are
Like, there's
calories?
certain things that I look at, like, a Pop-Tart has like 64 carbs. No, thank you. So it's just like, and the more I think about it, when we would go, we would have like a big cocktail, and we'd have the bread that they give you. We'd have an appetizer, we'd have our entree, and then we'd have a fat ass piece of cheesecake. And that was one of my meals for the day. So, and I drank a big Starbucks every day. I drank a big Coke every day. So it just, you're not conscious of the things you're putting in your body.
That's my kryptonite is Coca-Cola.
oh, it really is.
It really
Mine's
is.
Starbucks, so.
Yeah.
So now it's
Do you
just
have one?
I actually am trying to cut back on a lot of my sugary, like, carbonation, caffeine with being pregnant.
Yeah.
So
eat your calories, people. Don't drink them. Eat
It's
them.
so hard. As we drink margaritas,
We drink
I
a bucket
know.
of
Bucket.
alcohol.
I mean, you know, like, you gotta sort
Sometimes
occasionally,
there's special
but-
occasions, right?
Oh, of
There's-
course.
yeah.
Of course. I
Here,
literally,
let me
I will
pass
tell you,
this
there's
bucket.
there's nothing that I will not have if I want it bad enough, but like, I think cutting out certain things, like red meat doesn't really agree with me the best anymore because I kind of just changed it for fish and chicken. I kind of cut out a lot of dairy too, so now if I have like ice cream, it kind of fucks me up too. So pasta kind of fucks me up. It's just when you stop eating certain things, it's like now foods that I could just pound before make me feel icky.
Yeah.
So like good foods make me feel good. And I think you get to a place where you've been doing it so long that when you have a day that you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to eat whatever. And you feel like shit. You're like, ew, I don't like that. So then you just go back to eating the better things because you feel better when you do it.
And that's really common too with like vegetarians. If they ever like go back and like have a bite of, you know, chicken nugget or something, it literally makes them physically ill just because they you know, body train.
You don't end up craving it anymore. You're just like, do you want that cake? I'm like, no, I really don't. Like anything sweet for me, I'm just no. Salty, on the other hand, I'll eat a whole bag of chips in a day.
Girl, I can't buy chips. The only chips that I can buy are like these jalapeno ones that like a handful of my nose is running, and I do that intentionally because I can't eat the whole bag. Otherwise, like you stick a bag of Doritos in front of me, and it's
horrible. I'm
like,
that way
with
with
Lay's.
Sweets, I'm like, I can like, I ate a Laffy Taffy, obviously, but like, my husband, he loves sweets.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
I'm over here like, I'm like, get this shit out of this house. Because I'm not drinking it. I'm not eating it. That was so weird. I'm not eating the sweets.
You're not drinking them either.
I'm not drinking them either, you know? Except for this really has a lot of sugar in it, so here we are.
Last episode when we had Forrest on, we do our intro, and I'm like, oh, we're drinking this. And he's like, Sarah, you want some? And there's this big pause, and she's like, I should say no.
Oh my God.
She's like, I can't wait. I'm counting down the days.
19 weeks.
Man. Well, I mean, that's amazing. I kind of watched your right after you went through your surgery and everything. And I think you went to Florida, right?
Are we talking about skin removal surgery?
Yes.
Yes. I went to Miami.
So you had how many surgeries? I'm sorry.
Okay, so the first round in Miami, I had an arm lift, a full mastopexy, a tummy tuck, and that's it. I had to think about it for a second, but yeah, that's it. So, and it was the most horrible experience of my life. So, but sadly, I had already paid in full before I got there. So when I got there and shit was really sketchy, and I'm like, this does not feel right. Plus, when I got there, I was told beforehand the doctor would do all the surgeries together, right? That he had no issue doing that. I get there and he goes, I don't know who told you I'd do these all together. I'm not doing these all together.
Who is this doctor?
His name is Dr. True Lansden. And I woke up and looked like I gained 30 pounds overnight, was in massive amounts of pain, ended up with seromas, just so many bad things. And then, you know, if you guys follow me, I just barely had a revision. So I've been through 3 rounds of skin removal now, and I still am not happy with it. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, at some point you just got to learn to love your body the way it is, because it's never going to be perfect, especially when you went from 300 something pounds to 100 something pounds, you know, it's just, you're not going to love it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you dropped like an Instagram episode. I'm like, it wasn't just a regular post. And I watched the whole thing because I was like, oh my God, I feel so terrible.
Oh,
like your recovery was so hard.
It was miserable, literally. Oh my, to give you guys an idea. So, like I said, he broke my surgeries up, right? And plastic surgery
Why
already
would
isn't
he
for the
do
weak.
that?
I have no idea. So I went under anesthesia that Monday and then went under anesthesia again that following Friday.
That's horrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so when I woke up from the first one, I was in the most horrific pain I've ever been in my life. So with the tummy tuck, you know, they usually do a little bit of lipo of the flanks just to give you, you know, help better your results or whatever. So when I woke up, and mind you, he didn't even lipo that much. It was very, very little, but I was black and purple everywhere. And where the little bit of lipo he had done, the only way I can describe the pain was it felt like someone had taken a blowtorch to my insides.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I was screaming and crying and
passing the bucket.
Sorry, this
Drink
is like
break.
a traumatic thing to talk about.
Yeah.
So, you know, little alcohol definitely.
That's definitely a lot of alcohol.
You know, it's more like a lot of alcohol and a splash of juice, but it's fine.
That's how I make drinks. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay.
And Bethany want.
I probably needed to loosen up a little bit anyways, you know. But they
helps.
literally pushed me in a wheelchair to my ex-fiance and was like, here you go. Didn't have my prescriptions ready or nothing.
What?
So my poor fiance had to help, ex-fiance, had to help me get in the Uber. The Uber driver felt so bad that they both, when we got back to the Airbnb, they both helped me get in, lay me down, and I just had to lay there. And mind you, I'm bleeding. And leaking everywhere in all
and you
this
have drains
pain.
and stuff, right?
Yep. And I had to just lay there and wait for Marcus. If you guys follow me, you know exactly who Marcus is. Marcus to take an Uber to find an open CVS. And this was like missed the beginning of the pandemic. So life was way more shut down then than it is now. And so I just had to wait. I think it took him like an hour and a half and just lay there and wait in pain until he came back with medicine. And then I had to double up on Percocets, which I had never taken Percocet, so I had no idea what the effects were going to be.
Good.
No, it gave me these crippling migraine, right? So for days, I'm having these crippling migraines. I'm calling the office, letting them know that this narcotic does not work for me. It's giving me horrible migraines, and I tell my mom what I'm experiencing, and she's like, that sounds normal. That happens to me when I have Percocets. He needs to give you something else. Calling. Do you want to know where my doctor was and why he couldn't do anything about it? He was literally on the coast of Key West on on what is the yacht? And I texted his personal phone and just was ignored for days. So I just had to go through days of either dealing with the pain of being cut open everywhere or the pain of like a crippling migraine. So it was like,
honestly, it's like, what's worse at this point?
Definitely a migraine in my opinion. You know, because it's like that kind that just like cripples you. Like you just have to lay there with your eyes
no
closed.
Lights on.
No lights. You're nauseous. Can't eat.
There's no way. Because that's like
I would have been like, where the fuck are you at?
You guys have
Key West on a yacht, bitch.
God damn.
If anyone could have seen inside this office, right? So over the course of the 2 weeks I was there, you go back for fall appointments, massages, whatever the fuck. Every time I went in that office, some girl was leaking bodily fluids on the ground, complaining about something, getting no answers. One girl like threatened to punch the receptionist. Like it was just the most horrific thing
that
I've
doctor
ever
needs to
seen.
get fucking sued. How has he not?
You know what's funny is I think he's from North Carolina. He's from somewhere in the South originally, and he had some lawsuit against him under the name Dr. Frank True Lansden. And now he goes by Dr. True Lansden. Like everything he goes by, he moves states, and it's hard. Unless you know what you're looking for, you will not find these bad articles about him because he is very carefully hidden them.
Wow.
So
what a freaking
that is fucking
bitch.
scandalous.
It very scandalous.
He got that fucking yacht by being a goddamn criminal.
I know. I know. So, you know, and it's almost been a year, which is wild
But
to
your
me. It doesn't feel
revision
like
you
that.
were like way happy with, right?
No.
Well, happier.
I mean,
When I talked to you, you were happy.
What goes into a revision?
So basically, I saw Dr. Hallen here in Draper, which I want to preface. Dr. Hallen is a phenomenal doctor. I love him dearly. We are best friends.
That's awesome.
But I feel like with plastic surgery, and this is the one thing I want to say, we create expectations in our head of what we think is going to happen, right? Like you think you're going to come out basically like Cardi B, you know, or whatever, Kim Kardashian. You think you're going to come out one way, and then, you know, doctors can only do so much. Like for me, I have a wide chest. I have a broad chest. And not to mention, but at my heaviest, I had really big boobs. So when I lost it all, it just left me with tons of skin and loose pockets. So my biggest thing is I hate the fact that they sit so far apart. And, you know, of course, I want like that fake, like
the little.
Exactly. Yeah, without.
I've lost all of my perkiness when I'm on top. They're just like little sacks of skin.
You know, so you know, and I thought with this revision, all of a sudden I'd have like these porn star boobs, and here we are. We do not have porn star boobs at all. They're very normal. So it's a little frustrating. And then with my abdominal revision, I think what happened this go around, he moved the scar down and extended it. So now I have a little bit of a dog ear on one side, and I still have skin around my back. The funny thing is, I thought if I lost fat and gained muscle, it would make it better. No, it made it worse. So,
Why
you know,
is that? Muscle. I know, like. I know.
You know, the more lean you get, the more skin it leaves you with.
Yeah.
So
Makes
it
sense.
just, you know, now Dr. Hallen has potentially brought up doing a 360 body lift, extending it around the sides. But I just am like, I'm so sick of being cut open that it's like, you know, I could have it done everywhere. But skin removal is hard. Plastic surgery is hard. It is not for the weak. But I will say my boobs before, when I would lay down, the one implant would like fall into my armpit. And you could like pinch my boob and feel it move around like a water balloon, which not normal normal. So now I cannot do any of that. They sit where they're supposed to sit, and with a bra, they look great. I just wanted like Pam Anderson boobs without a bra, you know? Right. Which I think is the goal of every girl that gets her boobs done, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, not like no matter what, if you naturally your boobs sit far apart,
It's
can't
how your
shove them
sternum
together.
sits, isn't it? So
Yep.
it's either like people's sternum sit differently, and that can be a big difference between where your pectoral muscles are and how they.
Well, and it doesn't help that before I had my boobs done, I had like striations. So meaning that I looked like a man, like I was very muscular and kind of looked like a man. So it doesn't help that I also have no breast tissue of my own. Like everything in there is implant at this point because I do really heavy bench. So that doesn't help my case either, because if I had a little bit of my own situation going on in there, they'd be a little better. But I'm like 99% implant. Even my doctor, when he went in there, he's like, you have like no fat in your boobs. Like it's all implant. So that doesn't. And then I just, for whatever reason, my body doesn't like to heal very well. So I've had open wounds every round, which is miserable.
That's horrible.
So plastic surgery ain't for the weak, y'all, is basically what I'm saying.
God,
so.
no.
Bethany, when I first met her in hair school, she was obsessed with the plastic surgery Instagram videos. Do you remember that? And
Dr. Miami.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
His Snapchat. I had him on
She
Snapchat.
would show me like the nose ones, and I was like, oh my god.
Like an actual rhinoplasty.
Yeah.
Where they, like break
Chisel.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like,
Doesn't that make us sick?
I'm too empathetic. Like it
I could
hurts
not do
me.
that.
Physically hurts to
Yeah,
watch.
it kind of
like,
does with me too, but I'm so intrigued with with that. You know what I mean?
Well, if you've ever watched someone get lipo, they basically take a big metal cannula and just
shove it, like
Yep,
like
shove
they're
it.
fucking
They're just,
you
like,
as hard as they
shoving it.
can.
with the cannula. And if you've
Yes,
ever seen
yeah.
shin lipo, so you guys, this last
What?
round I had shin lipo, which I've talked about, which I think was a complete waste of money and one of the most painful things I've ever
I'm
put
getting
through.
the
what does that
Kybella.
entail?
Taking this metal cannula and just ramming it.
It
Yeah, it's they're
Like,
I'll keep my double chin any day.
Oh
Oh my god.
Well, and I didn't even really have a double chin, and even my doctor was like, "You don't really need it." I just, I feel like we all.
But
put
you
on a
just
little
want to
bit
be
of quarantine.
snatched and
Yeah, and I feel like we all put on a couple quarantine pounds. Like this time last year, I was lean as shit, and I'm not lean as shit right now. So
Quarantine's been so hard.
Oh yeah,
you.
quarantine and then 3 rounds of plastic surgery, breakup, you name it.
Right.
So
Getting
in the
pregnant?
last year,
that's
Me.
That's one. That's a good one.
So how many totals? How many? Man, passing the bucket. It's Jakelie's turn. Passing the fucking bucket.
Okay, I'm gonna drink some of this too. Though.
So, sorry, you might have answered me already, but how many surgeries have you had in total? I mean, I know you had the skin removal one, but you had
I've had
one before that.
I've had 3 rounds of plastic surgery. The first round was the one in Florida. Second round was an upper body lift, and the
here, right? And
Yep,
your
yep.
doctors in Utah.
Dr. Howland did the upper body lift. And then this last round was a scar revision of the tummy tuck and then a breast revision. And that was also done by Dr. Howland. So
He sounds awesome. I'm so glad you
He
found
is.
him
I
after
love
your
him. I love
horrible
him.
experience with the other guy.
Love
with all
him.
those,
He's
like,
great. He's
lawsuits.
hilarious. So what? I've had my boobs done twice, stomach done twice, an upper body
Goodness.
lift and an arm lift. And I've had shin lipo, which I will tell you, of those surgeries, the ones that were the worst, by far, fucking arm lift and shin lipo, would not do either one again. 12 out of 10 would never do again.
I'm doing the Kybella when I get my brow lift this next time, and I'm like, I've seen the videos where like you just look like a rectangle for days because you're so swollen from it, but we're gonna do it.
You have to tell me what you think, because I had Kybella when I was heavy, and I did not think it did anything.
So she has a different one, because she was even telling me like it's not Kybella, it's a different name, and it already has the lidocaine in it too, which she said is supposed to help. So
Perfect. Can't
we'll
wait.
see. We'll
Can't
try it.
wait.
I love
You're
your
batty either way.
before and after
So-
pictures that you post on your pages because they're so fucking inspirational. You look incredible.
Thank you.
And I just applaud you for all of your hard work and dedication. You've really,
Thank you.
I'm sure, like, benefited your whole life and for the better, too, like, healthy wise. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Healthy wise.
Absolutely. I feel like
No more
I said,
bucket for me.
I feel like night and day difference, and plus weightlifting is just like I swapped food for lifting heavy shit, and it just is.
It happens a lot with like I guess you could compare it to because like food issues too, but like I know a lot of people that used to be drug addicts that like turn into like hardcore weightlifting and stuff like that because it like replaces like your endorphins too also.
Yeah.
So like
And it
I
produces
binge
serotonin.
food a lot and I know because it feels good. And so like it helps to replace that too.
If you deal with a
different...
lot of anger or just depression, like I shit you not, listen to me, people, throw your headphones on, put on a badass playlist, okay? Like mine is full of anything from Lizzo to 50 Cent and everything in between, okay? And you put that on and no one else is in the room and you just push your body to like, you know, like, I can't do that, I can't do that. And then eventually your body makes the adjustment and you can do that. And that's where it feels good, right? Something you couldn't do before, you can do now. Like, I'll tell you, when I started at the gym, I literally started with 45 minutes on treadmill. I would walk at a like 2-mile speed for 3 minutes, and then I would jog at a 4-mile speed for a minute, and that shit was extremely difficult for me. And then I got to a place where I could sprint for 2 minutes at 9 miles per hour and then walk for a minute at 5 and rotate that, or just run a mile straight with no issues.
Damn.
So, like, I definitely have almost made a few friends throw up in the gym, to say the least, and I've made myself throw up several times, but there's something about thinking you can't do something and pushing yourself just a little bit harder, you know? Like, what did I do the other day? I did hams and glutes, and I finished with sitting box jumps. And I was sitting there, and I'm like, you're not doing your last round. Then I'm like, no, bitch, you're gonna put on Eminem and you're gonna do your last round. And there's something about pushing myself that just makes me feel really accomplished, that at one point, walking up a flight of stairs made me winded, and now here we are deadlifting 280 pounds. Like, it's just an empowering thing.
Yeah. Always pushing the limit. I love that.
And I love that guys tell me I look like I could beat their ass, because you know what? I probably could fucking beat your ass.
Fuck,
so
yes.
fuck with me.
Goddamn queen.
You know?
Hell yeah.
So it just...
Okay, well, I'm not going with you right away. I'll go by myself, and then I'll meet up with you in a few months when I'm not gonna die.
No, let's all go.
Oh my God.
I need it. I really do.
I took my friend Bailey once, and we were just, and an upper body day is nothing compared to a lower body day. And like halfway through upper body day, she's like, I'm out. And Paige, if you're listening, you know, I remember at one point I was making her push the sled. She goes, I'm not fucking pushing the sled one more motherfucking time.
Oh, at Bossa the sled?
Yes.
I've done that multiple times.
Yep, that's how I start leg day. You push the sled down, and then you pull it back. You push it down, then you pull it back backwards. The shit sucks. It makes you want to throw up. But anything that makes me want to like almost vomit, I just highly enjoy for whatever reason.
I like that it's short. Too,
It's your
you
new
can,
drug.
Like, fucking push it, because that little track
yes.
that you do it on isn't like super fucking long. So like, I'm good at like short distance things. You know what I mean? So like, because you can like push as hard as you can, because you're like, I'm not doing this like around like a thing. Like it's to here to here. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But you're too sassy. I feel like we'd go to the gym and you'd be like, fuck off. Like,
You know what? You guys, if Ashley was here, she would literally tell you that. I tell her all the time, I'm like, welcome to the pain zone. This is where we live. Get comfortable, because we're not going anywhere. And she's like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, you shut the fuck up and lift that. So that's kind of just, you know, I don't know. I just, anything that's hard, like heavy walking lunges make me want to throw up every time. But yet I force myself to do them every time. And then afterwards, I'm like, yeah. So, you know, then I ride my Peloton every day. I love the Peloton.
You have one?
You feel so accomplished, though. And,
Absolutely.
And so refreshed after working your body. You really do.
She has a Peloton.
I do. And I love my Peloton.
Does it hurt your crotch?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
It would probably hurt listeners who have big, you know, lips down there.
I don't. To be honest, I'm just putting it out there.
But you know what? One of my favorite plus size vloggers, Alex Rodriguez. She's learning to be fearless or whatever. She has a Peloton, and she has like a seat cover on it, and then she also wears padded bike shorts, and she swears by them. So if you're struggling with a hurting crotch while trying to cycle, there are padded bike shorts.
I like rowers.
I love the rower. The rower is a really good way to warm up on a back day.
That's how I
right?
would, because I don't have a fucking routine. I really don't. Like,
I feel like Alicia goes to the gym and she just walks around and sees like what's not open. She's like, all right. Like,
that's pretty much it. I have no. Well, I would get into a routine, like, but I would do the same shit every day, because like I'd never been trained, and like I didn't really know what I needed to do. Like,
right.
I really want to tone my tummy, because, you know, a couple of babies, that stretches that shit out, and a lot of my elasticity is gone.
Well,
And
girl,
I like beer.
You've had kids, okay? So don't beat yourself
But
up over that. Also,
getting into a routine is hard. So I would
It
always jump
is.
on the rower in the beginning and like do that for maybe 15,
You're like,
20
I know,
minutes.
I can confidently
Do a
do
couple
this
of
one.
weighted like crunches, some sit-ups. Not crunches, lunges. Weighted lunges. See, I don't fucking know. But
I don't even know what they're called.
and then I would walk around after stretching and just literally see what was open. And it would usually be like arm stuff. Sometimes like some leg stuff. But yeah, no, it was...
Sometimes.
So-
It's like...
when it comes to weightlifting, I'd say the number one important thing if you don't know what you're doing, focus on your compound lifts, because your compound lifts are what you should... Your compound lifts should be the center of your workout, and then everything else should be like basically like the compound lift is the ground beef of the taco and the tortilla, and the other things are
So
like
what's
the
an
lettuce,
example
sour
of one of
cream.
those?
For
like leg day.
Okay, so for me, I split up my leg day, so we'll just go with quads. We'll talk about if it's quad leg day, because I do think, ladies, if you want to grow your butt,
You split them up.
yes, you want
Look
to
at
like if
that.
you want to grow your butt, you need to do a heavy hamstring glutes day, and then if you want like the front of your legs to look good, you got to split it up so you're really doing a heavy quad. In my opinion, that's what works for me. But like on hamstring day, my compound lifts are sumo deadlifts and hip thrusts. Those are the two things that I really want to make sure are heavy, I'm doing correctly, and I'm trying to increase the weight every time.
The fucking hip thrust.
Hip thrusts are absolutely awful. You know what's funny? When I first started with hip thrusts, like way back when, right, I was still pretty chunky, so I just take the 50-pound bar just in the free weight section and just thrust that, and it was hard, and I'd have Marcus set it on me. I'd do my hip thrust, have him take it off because I was still a weakling, you know, and I could just do it without any padding. I could do it without any padding, and I never got any bruises. Now if I try to do it without any padding, I will end up with bruises on the coochie and the hips. Yeah. So NSV, you know, now I can bruise up my hip area because there's not a apron or cushion to block it anymore.
There you go.
So, you know, but hip thrusts are great if you want to grow your butt. Squats are not a glute dominant workout, ladies. They will grow your quads. They will not grow your glutes. If you're squatting for days and not growing an ass, it's because they don't grow your butt.
That's mind-blowing to me.
I mean, it works your butt, but it's not a glute.
It's not the most effective thing that you could do.
Correct.
I was gonna say I feel like when you do squats, I feel it more in my thighs.
Yeah,
like,
that's because it's
actually it hurts
I'm
right
not
here,
getting
right?
it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
not getting
because
anything
you're
in my
not-
butt.
Exactly.
Nope, it's not. It will not grow your butt. I mean, it will help to some degree, but
Probably,
it is not.
It'll tone it, right? But you're not building it.
No, you're not going to grow a butt squatting for days. So if you're squatting your life away and your butt is not growing,
But you got some massive ass thighs.
Exactly.
Like, so many of them.
Exactly. So,
I like some
I
thick
used to
thighs.
have thick thighs.
I'm just saying.
You know what? I love that too, except for, you know, shit just doesn't fit my body right anymore. I had opposite problems. Now, you know, pants just aren't made for big thighs.
Well, you guys have a little waist,
Girl,
though. Like,
you're telling me.
So, I can already,
I get it.
Sarah can't wear normal pants
I can't
anymore.
wear normal, but I can't wear like low-rise jeans. But pre-pregnancy, I couldn't wear low-rise jeans because my hips are so big and my thighs are so big. My waist is tiny.
Right.
So high-waisted pants are like from Hollister because I keep it long. Because I'm like 5'8".
To have that problem, not to get long.
Your hips are spreading for
Hollister.
pregnancy.
No, okay, they're spreading even more now. And I had hips. All right, and I'm proud of these damn hips.
You be proud of your
I
damn
did.
hips. We love
I
that.
love. Fuck yeah,
Dude, I love my curves. I got motherfucking curves.
And there's
We love
there's
that.
a banana in there,
and I have a banana now.
But you know what? We love skinny. We love curvy. We love it
love
all.
it all.
Okay,
I mean,
love it all.
We love it all.
Just
Hey,
being a woman.
Yeah.
You're
love
beautiful.
I love
What
women.
is-
I really do.
I love.
I listen.
Segues
women are
to why I
beautiful
love my
creatures.
job, honestly.
Women are beautiful
I just-
creatures
I
of
love
all
women.
shapes and sizes. So I just, you know, even though we're talking about weight loss, you guys, I don't give a fuck what size you are. If you're happy and you feel good, I changed my life because I didn't feel good. You guys, if you followed me then, I wore crop tops. I wore whatever the
You
fuck I
did.
felt like
So
wearing
I've
even when I
seen
was
And you
heavy.
slayed back then. too.
Yes.
On that note, I actually just started following you today, and when she brought up your name, I was like, that sounds really familiar. I'm like, oh my god, it's that Instagram girl. I've seen her. I'm like, I freaking love her. I was like, babe, look at her rocking this shit.
A pretty big following.
I'm like, babe, you gotta see
That's
her,
why
like,
I wanted
look
her
at
to
her.
do this so
She's,
badly, because
like,
she's
killing
got
it.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yes,
know
girl,
who you
you
were. I would
slay.
just see her on
That's
Instagram. I'm like,
So-
can I just follow her? Because she's amazing.
I'm glad that you brought that up, Sarah, because I wanted to talk to you a little about like Instagram versus reality.
Can I say something
Absolutely.
before we keep going?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Jakelie is also like a beast in the gym, but she's a very talented makeup artist.
Well, that's what I was gonna
and
say.
so her Instagram following
Yes.
also comes from she looks fucking good, she's inspirational, and she's talented.
She's
so
like-
it's not all.
You look
no,
like
and that's what I
Jaclyn
was
Hill.
gonna say because you.
Really? You think so?
She is
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
die.
I gotta show
Listen,
you her.
Jaclyn Hill, I understand people have some opinions about her. She
Right.
does no wrong by me. She's the one that inspired me to get into makeup so many years ago.
I've seen the
so-
picture of you with her.
Oh, listen, when I met her, I started to cry uncontrollably, couldn't help it. Got so nervous I almost fainted. And then she kissed me on the face, which I will tell everyone until the day I die.
Good.
That Jaclyn
hell
motherfucking Hill kissed me
yeah.
on the face.
Good.
But then I was shaking so bad that I knocked over a whole ass thing in Ulta after I met her, so it's all good.
I mean, the
I was here
memories.
for it.
It's all about the
I feel
I'm
memories.
here
like
for it.
as long as I've known you, you've always been fabulous. So what got you into makeup?
Honestly, I remember being, what was I, like 18? We were about to graduate high school. That first Mac counter at the Lane Hills Mall opened and we got a Sephora. It was just a one size fits all kind of thing. Like I could express a lot of things through my makeup. Also, I think makeup is great because one day if I want to try and look like Khloe Kardashian, I can look like Khloe Kardashian. If I want to look like, I don't even know, something else.
We
that
just
I-
all want to look like Chloe, so we don't have any other.
I know. Who doesn't want to look like Khloe?
She looks good.
She does look good. She looks so good. But, I just love that makeup can change so many things. And it's so, like, everybody can do it so differently. And it's, like I said, a one size fits all. So it's inclusive to everyone, no matter gender, race, size,
Right.
age. And that's genuinely what I love about
Right.
it. And it's a way to enhance things that you love, right? Like, I don't love my nose, so I can make it look smaller to where I'm like, ooh, bitch, nobody's gonna tell me nothing today. So, it's just
Anyone
like
who does, you throat punch 'em.
Exactly. I'm like, you think
Yep.
you're gonna talk to me like that with these lashes? I don't fucking think
I
so.
don't think.
Let me blow you away.
Exactly.
I'm a makeup girl too, so
I know you are.
I get it.
Heads up, you guys. Bethany, who's
And-
on the show today, she was one of my favorite brides I've ever done. We did a full blown like purple gold.
Well, you did
glam,
my makeup
loved
for my
it.
bachelorette party too, which
Oh,
I should have just taken you with
You know
me.
what's funny is I've never had so many people ask me about a look because we did like a very sultry, like rose gold, like Victoria's Secret sultry. Oh, it was
And then Jessie
so
did
good.
my hair in like the Victoria's Secret curls too.
She just
so it was
looked like a hot ass bitch, basically, is what we're
Yes,
saying.
your wedding was beautiful. It really.
No, my
you
bachelorette
were.
party. Do
Well,
you
they were
remember that?
both beautiful.
Oh, well, we're talking
Do
about
I
that.
remember that? I was pretty before we jumped over the fence to get into the pool at 3 a.m. or what? Shout out to you, Kate Privet.
Yeah, shout out to fucking Kate.
Fucking gangsta. That's who she is.
Oh
But that's how Jakelie and I met also.
Yes,
Because
yes, it is.
my nail tech, Taryn Smith, I was looking for. So I like doing my makeup and I'm decent at it, but I was like, for my fucking wedding though, I know I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be
Who
like,
wants to do their makeup on their wedding?
yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna be
Correct.
so stressed out that I'll be like, I don't want to fucking do this,
You
and
know-
I will put on fucking skin tint and go out there because I don't want to do it. And so I was like, okay, I need to find a makeup artist, but like I have a style,
And
And I saw her
vibe on
page.
style.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you did because we got to reconnect, and here we are.
Yes.
Jakelie got pulled over
Here we fucking
the day
are.
of my wedding and was late and like and I show up in an NSYNC fucking tank top and like champion joggers like with a Coors Light in my hand and I'm like I've been drinking all
I'm
morning
so
with Cody.
fucked up.
I'm
I
so
remember.
fucked up. I kept looking at Jakelie like in her like she was doing my eyes. I kept like looking at her and being like, I am fucked up.
I
I'm
remember
fucked
I
up.
got pulled over and I told the officer, I was like, listen, you are going
Bless
to
you,
ruin this
Sarah.
girl's wedding if you do not let me go. And he's like, how do I know you're not lying to me? I straight up was like, because I had my lights, my get up, my bag, everything.
And you're like, I'm on this weird road in Layton.
yeah, I'm
to
like,
go to Oak
literally, I'm
Hills.
like, homeboy, you cannot ruin this
Layton,
girl's
Utah.
wedding. So he
That was
did
a
let me
beautiful
go.
venue,
You're like,
though.
just follow me then.
It was cool.
What
I don't
was it
know.
called?
Oak Hills.
Oak Hills. That was a really pretty venue. It had a perfect view of the fucking mountains. Man, yeah.
Well, Alicia liked my wedding because right after the ceremony, about 16 of my closest friends did some party things. All my old relatives and everything, they're like, her friends are so much fun. Like,
Oh my God,
they were
she
out there
started
dancing.
playing her friend's theme song to Doses and Mimosas. The theme song, the chorus is literally like doses and mimosas, champagne and cocaine. And we're all
We used to
jumping
do that on Sundays.
and
No.
dancing.
That's our song.
Dancing, having a great time, and all of her husband's family is on the sideline, side staring, do we leave? Do we go? This
Do
is
we
getting
leave?
intense.
Everyone's sweaty. They're like, why is everyone sweating?
What's happening
Anyways,
here? I really enjoyed your
sorry.
wedding though, because I had a good dicking. So shout out to you, Derek Storm.
His last name's Straw.
Whatever.
It's not even.
It doesn't matter because I'll never
my
see him
God.
again.
She's like, give us
Alicia
a
got
one.
caught on our Airbnb camera, fucking my friend on the
Oh, I know
side of the
you
house.
told me the day of. I was like, I wish I had been
Not my fault.
You gotta get it where you
The
gotta get it.
Airbnb.
He took her on a romantic electric scooter ride.
Around Ogden, yeah. No, well, that was the whole plan. I called you a couple weeks
Oh
before
yeah,
the
she tried
wedding.
to claim my other friend, and I was like, not gonna work.
And I was like, Beth, it's been a minute. I'm tired of the one man hand band. I need you to hook this girl up. And she's like, I have a person for you. And it was a great
It was a good
4
match,
days.
I felt.
Great 4 days.
They were,
Great 4 days.
Yeah, they were always together.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Except for
that
now.
was fun. What?
I don't know.
Oh, this bucket, man.
I don't know.
Let me say.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
So all that being said, I know that you had your old Instagram hacked, right?
Ew.
Or you got locked out of it or something,
No,
right?
it was hacked. I got an email saying if I didn't Bitcoin these hackers $200 something, they wouldn't give it back.
Oh my God.
And I negotiated with the terrorists.
Look at you, girl. Boss
And
bitch.
we agreed upon $100, so I Bitcoined them $100. I did not get my Instagram back. I think I had 32,000 followers at that time, and it was a while ago, so it's been hard because what do I have, 21,000?
Oh, just ask your
21,000.
followers. I'll tell you in your comments how many you have every day.
I
those
was
girls.
looking when I was
I get
talking-
on there sometimes and I'm like, I'm gonna fuck these girls up.
No,
when Sarah and I were talking about you today, she's like, I know her. I was like, yeah, no, she has over 21,000 followers. So you have done really well. You've rebuilt it pretty quickly.
I mean, yeah, definitely yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I guess in my mind, it's still wild to me when you guys come up and say hi to me in public, or you guys, someone gets excited to meet me, or the other day, where was I? I was leaving Cecilia Mia at Farmington Station.
That's so good.
Oh, there's one at Farmington Station
Yeah.
now? Oh my God.
and this girl, she saw me and she didn't say anything at the time. She
That's such a
messaged
good
me afterwards
restaurant.
and was like, I was fangirling so hard, I wish I would have said hi. So listen, you guys, if you're listening, you see me, I want to be your bestie. Please say hi, okay?
Mhm.
I'm not famous at
Well,
all.
can
so
we
please
all
say
be
hi.
besties after tonight?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Every time I see you, I'm going to be like, that's my best friend. She's a real
Oh.
bad bitch. Yes.
That's
yes.
yes.
I'm gonna
we
tell
love
everyone, you know her on Instagram? Yeah, because she's my best friend.
she was on our
That
podcast.
badass
Hey,
bitch,
girl.
yeah, I know
You
her.
guys, if my best friend Bailey was here, she'd be like, when people ask me how great Jakelie is in person, I just tell her, she's really not as fabulous as you think she is. So,
None of us are. Are
Instagram
you
versus
kidding?
reality,
No.
I think sometimes people think I don't even know what they think, to be honest with you, but I am a normal human being, do normal things, and
What?
yeah, I know, right?
Oh my
Weird.
God.
You're
I-
normal?
Yeah, I pop zits like a normal person. I pluck my eyebrows like a normal person.
All right. 10 questions right
10
now.
questions.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What's your favorite go-to snack food?
Bad or healthy?
Both.
Okay, favorite go-to healthy is probably either I love the spicy Thai almonds by the
Ooh,
Blue
yes.
Diamond
Yes,
brand.
yes,
So
yes.
good. Yes,
Those
love
are
those.
great.
Or carrots and ranch. Those are like the two things I love to switch between. Unhealthy would definitely all day. And if anyone around me knew me that was here would be like Cool Ranch Doritos is that bitch's thing because it is my thing. So
Yes.
I
Love
literally
Doritos.
can pound a whole bag of those and not even like blink an eye.
That's why you should get like the little small bags so you don't feel guilty for eating
No,
a
because then you
whole
have
bag.
four small bags.
Yes. So, I mean, but you know what? I am one for believing that if you do want an unhealthy snack, buy it in a smaller portion.
Yeah.
Don't buy a whole ass box. Limit yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Eat the fucking donut. Move on. You're not going to gain 50 pounds from eating one donut. It's okay. I promise
Right? Like,
you.
don't stare at it and want it. Just eat it.
Yeah, just eat it. You know what? You restrict yourself too much and then you end up binging. And if you just
that's
give in
worse.
to... Yeah, and if you just like... If I really want... Reese's is another one of my favorites that I have a hard time. If I really want one, I will just buy one normal size from the gas station. I will eat it and I will move on about my life. Whereas if I buy a whole ass bag of Reese's eggs, it's going down like
Yes,
business
yes.
later. So... Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the carrots and ranch because I was trying to get my son to start eating, healthier snacks. 4-year-old Elliot is like, no.
Like, bitch, what are you
So
giving
I
me?
like leave, come back upstairs, and all the carrots are there, but the ranch is fucking gone. And I'm like, you nasty son of a bitch! Like, god damn it! Like,
God. No,
he
I
could
also
drink
love...
that if I let him.
I also
Ranch.
love blueberries. I could pound a whole package
They're
of blueberries.
good.
They really are.
I found out my
so
niece and nobody at my brother's house where I'm staying right now likes blueberries.
I
Interesting.
love blueberries.
I love blueberries.
They're really
They're great.
good for your brain health.
Really?
Are
Oh
they?
shit! No, I gotta
My brain
more
health is very
blueberries.
questionable
Yeah.
some days, and I eat a lot of blueberries.
Girl,
so
I don't eat
will-
any blueberries, and over here like
Sarah
have
needs
a
to eat
brain?
more blueberries for IQ points. Just kidding. I'm doing it.
Oh, so really funny. When I just found out I was pregnant, so I was like 7 weeks, and we were driving down to
That pregnancy brain is real.
Honestly,
I still have it, and my son's 4 years
it's
old.
bad.
God.
So we were driving down to Vegas, and
I'm scared.
I have this app, and it said like the baby's eyeballs are starting to grow. So I ate a bunch of carrots to help with the eyesight.
We talked
of the-
about that
Yeah.
though in a previous episode, and it's really not as.
No,
It was
It
like
doesn't help.
it was a tactic
You
used
just
in
turn
World War
orange.
II. Like, all the people are Germans. I think
You're
are
eating
eating
carrots, they can
Like
see
they'll
at
have
night.
night vision. Like, watch out. Like, oh god.
now I know that. I'm like, God, I'm so stupid.
Okay.
But
Question-
carrots are good.
Question number 2, and feel free to ask me whatever you want, because I know anybody who follows me is listening here, and they're like, we just want to hear some tea maybe Jakelie hasn't spilled, so you can ask me whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Ask her hard things because we're on hard talks.
I am very loosey-goosey right now, so you can ask me
She
drank a
whatever
whole
you
bucket.
want. I've had
What?
too many drinks from the bucket.
I'll get to the harder ones once we get closer to 10. But
Okay.
where's your favorite place to eat out, like at a restaurant?
110% Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
So good.
Oh my
the
god.
filet mignon with the blue cheese crust, fuck me up.
those
And the lobster.
Those steaks
I've never
are like
had it with the
butter.
lobster because I always get it with the blue cheese crust.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
And
god.
it's just that, or I love Hawaiian food like Mo Betta's Honolulu Grill. Honolulu Grill is my favorite, but I could fuck up some katsu chicken and rice. Like, yeah. So
Where is the farthest place that you've traveled?
let's see. That I remember. So we spent a year in Turkey when I was a little kid. When
Oh,
my mom was in the Air
wow.
Force. But for this place I've traveled that I was, not coherent, but old enough to remember would definitely be Florida. My mom is from Florida. Been to Florida a bunch of times, so probably. For me to
And
go
I'm
to
sure you
Florida.
probably mentioned in the beginning, but how old were you when you moved to Utah from Nebraska?
Let's see. I was in the 6th grade. How old are you in the 6th grade?
11,
never
12.
remember.
12.
Yeah, 12. I had a hard time. Kids in Utah are mean. And I remember girls...
in
Girls in
Utah are
Utah
so
are mean.
Yeah,
No,
and then
no.
girls are talking about blowjobs in the 6th grade, and I went home and asked my mom what a blowjob was, and she was like, don't ever ask me that again. Or I'll be
It's
like,
not. It's
"I'm
not
kidding."
girls. It's the fucking Mormons.
Okay.
Not to be rude at all in any means, but like Chase, he couldn't have friends because his mom had tattoos.
Well, and
Yeah.
I talked about that too in the Utah episode. Like, I had a girl tell me I was going to hell school when I was 12 years old because me and my family didn't go to church every Sunday.
Well, and my parents, I didn't go to church at all. I didn't grow up religious, so I definitely had a hard time with that. But yeah, no, girls, I remember they were talking about blowjobs. And you know, two things that stick out to me when we first moved here, right? There was all the girls got their nails done, acrylic nails, right? And my mom was in the Air Force. My mom was like, I am not getting your nails done. So, try again. So, you know, we do this DIY, like glue on these fake nails. And I spent all night on my Hillary Duff comforter because I had a Hillary Duff comforter.
I had a Hillary Duff comforter.
Oh my God. Hillary Duff was like my idol, please. And
one of those room sets came with like the hanging door beads.
Yep.
I had the Hillary Duff door beads too.
I had the Hillary Duff everything. I was Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, I love it.
Just be honest. But I'm sitting on this Hillary Duff
goddamn
comforter.
bucket. I don't want it.
I'm gluing on these nails, and then I find these rhinestones. They're not nail rhinestones. They're just these massive ass rhinestones.
So they're like huge.
Yes, and I spent all night finding the super glue.
Especially when you're like little, like, you know, 12-year-old nails that are tiny. So it covers your whole nail.
Yep. And I spent all night gluing rhinestones in the shape of flowers. I get super glue on the Hillary Duff comforter. I get super glue on everything. I go to school the next day thinking, that's it. I'm in with the cool girls. That's it. My life's going to change. Here we are. Let's go. No. Got made fun of, told they were hideous, and went home and cried to my mom, and my mom still wouldn't let me get my nails done. Plus, all the girls straighten their hair, and my mom, once again, was in the Air Force, not girly. So my mom put my hair on an ironing board and flat ironed it with a fucking iron for clothes.
Oh,
so
that's like such a 70s thing.
It really is.
And my mom was like, I mean, it works. So basically, like, if you guys had a nice mom that took you to get highlights or your nails done or pedicures, you are a lucky bitch.
Definitely use a heat oil if you're going to go that route, friends. Take it from your cosmetologist friends. Use a goddamn heat protectant on your hair, please.
Just splurge and buy a goddamn
straightener. Now you can get a straightener for like $20 if you really want.
Yeah, definitely go do that first.
Buy a straightener.
But you know, we understand. No judgment. Teach your own. You. Do what you gotta do. I'm just saying.
Just please don't bleach your hair at home, friends. Please don't. Bleach your hair
no, come see your girl. Hey,
Alicia.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. We love it. Always. We love always.
Question 4.
Question 4.
Question 4.
What is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Heavy.
An amaretto sour.
Oh.
I love amaretto sour, but tip, if you're trying to go out drinking and you don't want to drink your calories, order vodka water and put Mio in it all night, because I do that as well if I don't want to drink my calories.
Or if you can stand like lime juice, just like actual lime juice, not the artificial lime that they have at the bar.
You are a tough bitch, because that sounds disgusting.
It's not tough. It's a different issue, but
yeah, like that shit is like
this
straight.
tastes like just alcohol to me.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, I'm like.
Or if you guys are local to Utah, Gracie's bar has what's called a Peachy Palmer, and it's like an alcoholic peach Arnold Palmer, and that is my favorite.
That sounds delicious.
It's downtown, and they have good food too. They
downtown Ogden?
No, Salt Lake. It's called Gracie's. They have usually a live band, and they have really good food too. So they have really good food, and then they have good drinks. It's just more of a relaxed atmosphere. So Peachy Palmer at Gracie's.
We need to go.
Nice.
Or a buttery nipple. A buttery nipple is my favorite shot. I will always
What's in that?
It tastes like butterscotch with whipped cream on it. If you like butterscotch pudding, it tastes like butterscotch.
Oh my God. I went to the dentist on like Monday.
You got the butterscotch.
Yes. I was so
See.
curious. She's like, oh, it's a new flavor. And I'm like,
that sounds terrible.
It was. For the next like 2 hours, I was like being triggered from a horrible hangover that I definitely don't remember. But it was like I was on the verge of being ill for an hour, and it was not.
No, buttery nipples are really good. Honestly, they taste like butterscotch, and I always ask the bartender to put whipped cream on them, and they're really good. They're me and my best friend's favorite.
I want
super
one.
Good. So Twista's another good bar downtown too.
Next
they have
show,
good drinks
we'll make them.
Yes, that's a deal. That's a deal. Maybe see some nipples. No, I'm kidding.
By that time, we'll be filming, so it's true.
Right, well,
yeah, we'll have to have you back on.
Okay, all right.
What is your earliest memory?
Earliest memory of what?
Life.
Oh,
your earliest childhood memory.
Whew. Oh, that's a tough one. It pulls on the heartstrings because this year we lost my uncle, my dad's brother, and then we lost my family dog, and we lost my grandpa in the same year. So the first memory I have is we were all still here. Anytime I think of it, my childhood memories, I think of being home visiting my family in Minnesota because that was always home to me. I went there every summer.
Out of here. Your family in Minnesota?
Absolutely.
Oh my fucking God. What
got
part?
A Minnesotiite.
Another
over.
Minnesotian.
You can't
all
tell by
over.
Alicia's voice that
All over.
she might be from there.
All over. Mostly. So my dad grew up in a town called Osakis.
Oh.
So it's next to Sauk Center, which is close to Alexandria, which is then close to St. Paul, which is probably probably the one people would recognize the most.
Yeah.
But I just the earliest memory I have is just my grandma had a cafe. She still owned a cafe, and she had a house with newspaper wallpaper, and when you would get out she had these heat lights. So I just remember staying at her house, getting out and seeing the newspaper wallpaper with the heat lights, and every Christmas everyone's still being there in her cafe. So when I think of that, I just think of everybody still being here. You guys ever lost somebody and you think back to times that when everyone was still here and you just never thought that they wouldn't be here anymore, and it's like wild? And
Yeah, I lost my dad
oh my God.
a few years ago. So I get that a lot, actually.
Yeah,
with
you
him.
just never think that they won't be here anymore, and then they're not.
I look back when I was in college sometimes because when you're in college you're having fun, and I went to the University of Iowa for a year, but there was a big party school, so I was doing that all the time, and now I look back and I was like, I should have just fucking went home on the weekends, to be honest.
Well, and when
it's stuff like that.
When we got the call from my grandpa, we hadn't seen him in 6 years, and it's just because you think they'll always be here, right? You think you never think they're gonna go anywhere, and then, like I said, we lost my uncle in December. He just randomly had a massive heart attack, and that was that. We just saw him in October, so it's just sometimes it's really crazy to think about. You look at someone, you're like, you're always gonna be here, and then when they're not here anymore, you're like, I never thought you'd go anywhere. So anytime I think back to my childhood, I think of everyone still being here. That's probably the number one thing that comes to mind. So, and my grandma's newspaper wallpaper for fucking sure. I don't know why that wallpaper just resonates very heavily when I think of being a kid, but I just remember getting out of her shower and the heat light being on and made the whole bathroom red, and these newspaper wallpaper.
She had a heat light.
And Elizabeth Taylor white diamonds. It's very triggering to me. I hate that
the
perfume.
smell.
Yes,
of it?
absolutely.
My grandma wore that.
My grandma wears that.
Oh, weird.
And actually, when I was seeing it,
I love it.
one out of
You love
every
it? Have you
two.
smelled
No,
it?
I don't think I've smelled it, but I have to grandma
I
thing.
swear, if you got a whiff of it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, when
You
I
would
was in
know.
CNA,
Probably.
one out of every two old ladies wore that perfume when I was CNA.
I
It's
believe
just
that.
a thing.
I'm gonna get you a white diamonds box set gift just for you. To have.
If you would
Just
like
so
to
I can
smell,
smell
if you
everywhere
want to
now.
smell extremely mature, attract a sugar daddy type of deal.
I would.
Yes,
I would love that.
I
Chase,
would
I love
honestly.
you should get Tyler some white. He wouldn't wear it. He'd be like, "I wear my Gucci guilty. I don't wear that."
You know what? What is your guys' favorite fragrance? That's a good one. I feel
Ooh.
like everybody has different.
This will
favorite
be everyone's
fragrances.
question.
Yes, I would
You go
love to
first,
hear your
Sarah.
guys'
Oh, me?
favorite.
I think it has to be definitely Bombshell from Victoria's Secret.
That's
a
a
good
classic,
one. That is
though.
a good one, and I love how they come out with a summer version every year too, because the summer
Yes,
version always
summer
smells good
Bombshell.
too.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah,
They come out with multiple variations of it, and they're always good. I agree
I
with
love
that
just
one.
all Bombshell.
I'm with you on that one.
I got roped into one of those Victoria's Secret credit cards.
Oh, you let yourself down. You just say no.
But it was so tempting because I used to buy a lot of my rave outfits from. I would just
Yeah,
go
you
in
did.
straight lingerie, and you go in
would.
feeling like a goddamn goddess. And
Yes, because
you
you
are.
are.
yes, and so I may or may not have a $400
She wore
balance.
rave
Still,
attire
Well, it's
to my
only a
bachelorette
$35
party, and I was
payment.
like,
girl,
be
you're
yourself.
we're here
for it, bitch.
Yeah.
We're here for it.
Because you saw, I wore the dress and everything, and, Alicia picks me up, and I was like, she's wearing lingerie and jean shorts. And I'm like, let's go.
They had the whole plan from Tyler because he had an itinerary for Bethany's bachelorette
You met
party.
Tyler, because
And
he was, up your
no
ass in the
judgment,
makeup
love.
room.
It
He
was a
loved you.
bitchin' bachelorette party, but it was very constructed.
He got pissed because we want to have, a social hour.
Yeah,
What else?
the lingerie run show was like an hour later than it was supposed to be. And it's like, we want to go like sneak into the pool and like do some hooligan shit, you know? But that was like the plan. He's like, let's have a lingerie like runway bachelorette party. So I show up.
Everything's off limits but politics. But if you guys don't have anything to talk about, you can talk about
Politics. Oh, we love Tyler.
And then we were just like,
he's gonna be on the podcast.
Play WAP again because it like just came out. We're like,
who's in this house?
What is your favorite fragrance? That's how we got off topic here. I want to know what your guys' favorite fragrances are.
Mine is, so Kim Kardashian made a perfume with just Ulta.
Right.
That was like the pear crystal gardenia one.
Okay.
And they don't fucking have it anymore and it's all gone. But it was just like, it was like pear and like warm sugar and like gardenia and like,
that sounds
literally
amazing.
like,
That sounds
I got a
really
lot
good.
of coochie kisses when I wore that.
Oh,
You just smell tasty. Like you're like,
coochie kisses.
I like
those
that.
are my favorite.
Oh, those are Sarah's favorite too.
Yeah.
When they happen.
Why would you?
She's been exploring her sexual.
Having a baby.
She's like, stop.
Anyway.
Pregnancy makes you horny, friends.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you didn't know, now you know. Okay.
Now you know. Makes your boobs big too, by the way.
So
Just heavy.
I know you were referring to some tea.
I mean, I'm
We're
just
gonna stop at question 4. It's
I'm
taking
just
too
gonna
long.
say you can ask me whatever you would like, because all I'm saying. So you know what? Maybe my lovely Instagram besties will get one of their
Can I
dying
ask a
burning.
question because I might know more?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ask whatever
So
you want.
what is your situation with your ex-fiance?
That's
now?
what I wanted to ask.
I saw his little head pop up in one of your cute little videos on the stairs, and I
I
was like,
wanted to
oh,
ask, but I didn't,
I'll ask it.
I mean, you guys, it's fun. It's hard because everybody fucking loves Marcus. Like, if you've
Right.
met Marcus,
I do
you
too.
love Marcus. It's just hard not
And
to
I've met
love
him one time.
Yes, everyone loves Marcus. I'll be honest. People like him more than they like me. Let's be real. At one point, he had like the M squad. He was getting all the girls on my following to be a part of his M squad, like a fucking weirdo.
What is the M squad?
The Marcus squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Like Team
I knew
Marcus.
that.
Hashtag M squad.
Well, as you guys know, we've been broken up since last July, and lots of ups and downs, lots of fucking heartbreaks, lots of
I got
fights.
married in September, and he was playing Xbox on your couch. So.
Yeah, he was. I mean, we still live together, one, because I care for him as a person.
You do still live
obviously.
together. I didn't know that.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh, there's the tea.
There's the tea.
And you know what? Some people have asked if there's been some hookups in the process. Yes, there has.
Well,
okay,
How can there
people.
not be? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you
hello,
live
why are
with
you asking that question?
I know.
And I'm sure there's still a lot of love there between you two.
There is. I mean, you don't.
I mean, like,
there
because
is.
he, you know, not to
There is.
like,
There
but he's
is.
been with you through a lot of this hard
All your
shit in your
surgeries.
adulthood, you know? Like,
So if you
that-
don't mind me asking, what caused the initial breakup?
Honestly, I think one, I was going through a really hard time because my surgery went so wrong, and then I just emotionally was really struggling. And I think when I went to him, here it is, everyone. You want to know why we broke up? This is the first time I'm telling anyone.
oh,
All right, here it goes. Dun-dun-dun.
ring ring.
But you know, I went to him and I said, I'm really struggling because if you guys didn't know, he's a nursing student, so I financially take care of a lot of things for us, or did for us, should I say. I said, I kind of need you to take care of yourself for a while. Like, the burden is too heavy for me. I've been doing it since I met you. I need you to pull more of your own weight here. Well, he took that really personally, broke up with me, and then made a Tinder the next day. So I was like, fuck that. I can make a Tinder. And then we both just started making really bad decisions. Some hookups with other people in the process. Let's see.
Yeah, take a swig of the bucket.
I called her one
I mean,
night out
that's
of the
like-
fucking blue, and we talked for like 2.5
Yes.
hours about all this.
You know, and then I've had a lot of girls ask, I'm sure you guys have noticed, there is another man commenting on all my shit. You know, I did start dating someone else and develop really strong feelings, which put me between a rock and a hard place. I've been kind of in a fucked up love triangle, and I don't really know why I'm telling all this right now, but here we go. I'm kind of in this weird fucked up love
Let's do
triangle.
it. Let's get it out.
So my love life is kind of a hot ass mess right now, and you know, we just ended up breaking up because we just kept hurting each other really, really bad, and every time we tried to work it out, one person would do something else to hurt another person, and you know, it just really hurt. Like, he just started talking to girls in every which way he could, and ended up hooking up with someone, and then that in turn made me mad, so I hooked up with someone else, and it's been a snowball effect ever since. But there has been a lot of
Do you think it's like girls that are like your fans though?
that
like,
have slid into his DMs? Absolutely.
You guys fucking are gross bitches. That's disgusting. And they're listening too because they want to know. So you're fucking
this
gross.
may be totally off base, and correct me if I am, but do you think that he struggled with like you getting male attention from
absolutely.
Instagram
That is definitely, I will tell you right now, if you guys are wanting to lose a bunch of weight, if you are with someone, you go through the works, right? Because they felt like they saw you one way, and then all of a sudden you go through this massive. You guys, when Marcus met me, I was 150 pounds heavier, no lip filler, and I'm not gonna sit here and say he didn't love me. What some people don't know, there were some times I went through with Marcus where he could be shallow about my weight in the very beginning, which we overcame at some point. But then, after my surgeries and with more weight loss, it became arguments about what I wanted to wear, things I was posting. And then, he's like, you're not passionate about makeup. All you post is transformation pictures, when in reality, I just became very passionate about that as well. So it is very hard to go through.
You can be passionate about multiple things.
Well, he's just so much
why
work
does it have to be
too.
one or the other?
Exactly. Well, and then it was like, I'm mad at you for posting, a bikini picture or a lingerie picture or whatever. And it's
Every
like,
girl anywhere.
But if you go to the fucking swimming pool or to the beach,
Look at any YouTube channel that has a girlfriend.
Like, you don't even have to fucking seek it. You can go to the fucking beach, and if you post a picture in your bra and your underwear, you would wear that on the fucking beach, and that's fine, right?
Walk
but
past
if you
a Victoria's Secret.
yes, like it's fucking fine.
Shit.
If it's fine.
And I will tell you guys, like, as someone who grew up heavy my whole life, like, the fact that I
fucking
can
work your shit.
Exactly. It's just certain things that I never felt like I could wear
and
before.
he should show you off like a goddamn trophy that you are.
Yeah,
he should be proud that you're proud of yourself.
You guys are always like, is it hard for him to walk around and see you half naked in your house and not be able to do nothing about it? And you know what? I'll answer that for him. Yes, it is. We have had plenty of arguments about that too. So, there's been moments that we're working on things and then we fight, and then we're working on things and we fight, and it's kind of a weird whatever. But I told you guys before, he still lives with me because I didn't want him to fail nursing school. I didn't want his whole life to crumble apart because we didn't work out or
that's really so
whatever.
sweet of you.
So
you guys would be better off as friends, and in a relationship, which is totally fine.
Right. I mean, I don't know if I could be his
She's
friend.
got that look in her eye, like, it's not.
Okay, maybe like, enemies with benefits?
Maybe. Yeah.
Frenemies with
Frenemies with
something
benefits.
like that, but I just want everyone to know I still very much care for and love Marcus, and he is a great person, and, I believe that anything that is meant to be yours will make its way back to you if it was meant to be yours. And anyone going through a breakup, if they're meant to be yours, they will come back. If they're not, your person will come. So, because there were plenty of nights
Focus
that I
on
cried
yourself.
and cried. There was a period of time that I just was getting drunk at the bar like every other night, which is so not like
And
me.
then it's just like texting whoever is like, please come fuck me. Like,
okay,
maybe that's
listen,
just
like
me.
I said, there's been some dating this time around has just been like
someone
talking about dating. You know what we need to? There needs to be a whole ass episode talking about going from being a heavy girl to a not heavy girl, talking about dating, because that's a whole ass situation and a half. So. Oh God, I hate dating. I hate dating.
Dating is so hard.
Yes.
And it's like once you get back into the dating game, it's like, how did I ever find that initial person? And how did I strike up that connection in the first place?
Well, do you know what I think the worst is? You ever start dating someone, they have a great personality, and then you make out with them, and that's great, and everything to the build-up is great, right?
Later.
Everything is straight fire, and then you go to actually get down to the dirty, and it's just shit. And you're like, you know what? Everything before this was the worst. Like, it's done. It's done.
I was spaced out because I was like flirting with
No,
Sarah.
like talk, like you go on
She's
dates
easy
with
to
someone, you're
flirt with.
enjoying the dates,
Girl.
you're enjoying the conversation, and then let's say you get to the point that you make out, and the making out, the hot and heavy, the whatever, that's all great. And then you get to the actual sex, and it's garbage.
Wait
Literally
till you-
garbage.
Remember,
That is the
Alicia,
biggest
that one
disappointment.
guy that I was obsessed with, and we went to go do it, and his dick was little, and he like sweated profusely the whole time. I was like,
nasty.
dripping over Bethany, and
Like,
she's
in
just
my
like counting the
mouth.
seconds down. You can push that up.
She's
Oh,
all
can
like,
I?
she's
Okay,
all
there
like,
we go.
I think I
Perfect.
came. Thank you. I think
you
I'm
like
done.
start making extra noises because you're like, this has to help.
Well,
Like,
you're just like, my thing
I'm
was, is
over
when
it.
he pulled it out, I was just like, is that it? Where's the rest of it, you know?
And that's not even being shallow, but like there's like a standard size that you're like, what we can work
I
with
love
that.
how we're back
there's
on
like
this topic.
There's
Yeah.
like a wow size where you're like amazing.
And then
this
there is
exactly,
average.
And then there's no, not average. And there's a size where you're like,
Can I just tell you something?
yes.
Being fucking pregnant, I don't even know. I'm like,
You just want
did
the
he
dick all
get
the time?
bigger?
Oh.
Did I get tighter? Because, like, holy shit.
Yeah, you've got more pressure down there. It makes sense for it being tighter, right?
I'm like, damn, son. I'm like, what the hell have we been doing our whole lives?
Round 2?
5? Like, this morning.
5?
I'm like, this morning, I'm like, hey, and he's like, babe, I gotta go to work. I'm like, do you?
Do
Did you get that inspiration from that book you couldn't put down? You literally read it in a fucking day.
Okay, that book wasn't like, it was a cute, like, lovey-dovey book, but my other, like, dark books are like,
Oh, the ones
slamming
where they
people up
literally
against
get
the wall.
gangbanged?
Yes.
That's what she's
So
reading.
Sarah
What
reads
kind of smut books?
like once a day.
She
So
said
read a
that,
whole
like,
book.
I like love that though because I'm very.
She's all into it. She's like,
Well, I am because you know what, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I like what you know what? No, we're not gonna go there.
yeah,
But you know what? I
let's,
like the smut books. We'll put it that way, and probably
You
what
like
goes
what?
down in the smut books.
You
so I
need
just-
some like I got books for you.
like I'm kind of
These are like but there's a couple books that are so dark. I had to like get myself out of this like place in my life. I'm like, I gotta read something
So I'm
happy
sure
because
they
that
asked you
shit was
this on
hard.
a previous episode, but do you like touch yourself when you read them?
No, but it really makes you
I
no.
couldn't even resist it. I hate.
But that's me
I
though.
have to.
But that's me.
I
I've always felt awkward doing that because I grew up super Mormon. So like my whole
Oh.
life, like we didn't like you don't do that. But like that's why I have to. But I will tell you, it makes you tingle.
it makes
It
you
like
tingle.
my breath starts to get heavy. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm just listening. I
I'm
have to
at
act
work.
on it, right? I
I love it though.
But
I
sometimes I'm
don't-
at work and my face gets flushed. And I'm like, I'm writing this.
Do you
I'm
watch
writing
The
this in
Office?
public.
Have you seen the episode of Office where Phyllis is listening to 50 Shades of Grey on her earphones and she's like,
fucking Phyllis.
Oh my god.
Seriously though, you guys, these books. Love me some book.
So if you
boyfriends.
go in and see Sarah and she's sweating a little bit, she's a little hot and
if
tender.
It's not the temperature.
if I'm flushed, there's a reason.
But
if
long
you need
story
a good
short,
book-
I'm single. So there we go.
Hit her
I'm
up.
single.
Well,
So
gorgeous.
hit her up.
I feel like
not for long.
now that I've been not for long,
Also,
I've been single going on almost 3 years now, and it's
You
been
haven't been.
Wait, I have a question. Okay, so you're single. So what, like, if someone was like, I'm going to present you with a man with a great personality, like, what are you looking for? What does your ideal man look like to you? If you're like, please, this type of man, slide into my DMs.
Oh, do you want me to go get my tangible list?
Oh my god, you have a list.
What does
I
he
have-
look like? I want to know. What does he look like? Give me a visual here.
Skinny.
Oh, they're always white and tall and skinny, and for some reason I just have
Does
a
it-
weird
does it
type.
start
I'm
with
trying
an
to
F?
break that.
You know what's interesting? I don't like any of those things.
All
I'm
the
just like,
beautiful
no,
black
no.
men slide into my DMs, please.
Yes, I would love that for you.
I would love that for me
if
too.
if you listen to our
Listen,
last
I would
podcast-
love that for me. All of the beautiful chocolate.
I
in the
asked
world.
I
asked
would.
Jakelie. So when we talked on the phone about everything to do this, like months ago, I was still in LA,
yes.
and we ended up talking for like a long time. And I asked her, I was like, "You have to get like a lot of black guys like on you. Don't
I wish.
ask why. I want to know
They're
that."
beautiful.
But I was like, "Yeah," and I was like. And she was like, "Not really," and I was like, "There's no fucking way."
This guy I've been talking
But we're
to
also in Utah, so like,
listens to this
let's be honest.
podcast, and
they're gonna be like military.
he's like,
military boys flock to me like I
no,
am a magnet.
no,
Come
no,
get it.
girl, you need to listen to my last episode because I talk about my Air Force stalker that I had, and let me
They're
tell
not
you,
all bad.
they're not all peaches.
I think it's just it takes a toll on you, and that was just watching my mom go through it. I
does.
think they get put into like such a structure.
You're
that-
drilled.
yeah, so it's just they go through a lot.
The
So
shit you
but
see.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm not saying
So-
otherwise, but like, Well, I mean, like, girl, if that gets your juices flowing, I'm just saying.
No, it doesn't.
I
That's
would just
I'm
wake up and die if I got on my Instagram.
No, like
feed and
like a-
Jakelie's like pose with this like beautiful
Navy man.
chocolate man. I'd be like, yes, girl.
Like, can
no
all
offense,
the
I like
Michael B.
this
Jordans
post.
come my way, please? Like, if you look like Michael B. Jordan, you may absolutely.
And even
find
if you
him
don't,
No, but-
we'll still look.
For my actual list, if you
them
really want
Georgia
to know,
boys.
it's really not about the looks anymore. Because after you have
Oh,
kids,
absolutely.
and I've really adulted within
But
the
yes,
last
tell
really
me
few
the most
few
the
years.
fives they have to have. Like, if those like the things that they have to have, if they don't have them, it's like a no.
They have to have. My list starts pretty fucking basic because my bar was set pretty goddamn low. If you know what I'm saying.
Okay, girl.
All right, so they need to have a job.
That's
They
cool.
need to be a high school graduate.
Yes.
They need to have a car, their own place to live, and a decent credit score. Because at a certain age, that fucking matters. Hello, are you not an adult? I don't want to.
Hello, yes, but like you're not gonna go buy your house with like
No.
the first fucking person.
No. But
My
that
dad's a
shit
big
counts.
proprietor of the good credit score. He's like, if they have terrible
You were
credit
gonna
score,
ask somebody that?
no, why would I ask this?
So
You
how
get
would
that,
you ever
like,
know
later.
that? So that's not criteria because you won't know
Later.
Later.
Yeah,
Because like if they have
Yeah.
good, if they have
Ask,
if
or
they
you
have
know.
good credit, though, that means they like pay their shit off.
That's
Exactly.
true.
They're
but you're gonna ask
responsible.
a person
That's
that
Okay,
said
let me rephrase.
I
would.
Let me
Hell,
rephrase.
what their
Yeah.
credit
I
score
agree
is.
with all of those things.
Let me
I really
rephrase
do.
that last one.
I think that's
If they are financially stable on their own, that is
Right.
like, and if they're smart,
If they have
that's a
something
big
to show
fucking
for
turn on
it,
for me.
Yes.
Personality is everything. I'm a
course.
weird, unique cat, so I like
That's for damn
humor.
sure.
Yes, I am. I don't. My cheese, you guys know, my
Well,
cheese
no,
has
have
slid
you
off
ever
my
been
gut
on
a
you
long
ever been
time
on
ago.
a date with somebody that's really attractive and then they talk and they have the personality of a cheese sandwich?
Yeah, or
That's
you-
literally the
you-
worst.
I have
It's
been
so
doing
sad.
hair now for what, almost 5 years?
5 or 6.
Yeah, and I have always been a personable person. I can hold down a pretty decent conversation
You're easy to talk to.
for long amounts of time.
I just flirt
And
with
I
everyone,
have come to the
it's easier.
conclusion that if I can't maintain a conversation with a stranger that I'm just meeting, it's not me. You know what I mean? It's typically like they either have social anxiety or they don't know how to carry on a
Chase.
conversation. You know what I mean? But usually, if I can't like have a long,
Have you met Chase?
yes, I've met your husband.
Can he talk to you?
Yes, I've met you.
Who's got
his
social
work.
anxiety if I've
Yeah.
ever seen it?
Yes, but I love Chase because
He's gone
put
out
a
of his
baby
shell.
in my bestie's belly. So
Oh, we do love that.
I do.
I mean, I don't know if I
All right,
love it,
fine,
but-
Father Chase.
I'm excited for when she's born. He's gonna.
He is so
Shit
excited.
himself.
No, he like talks about it all the time how excited he is. He's like, I cannot wait for her to be here.
I don't know, dude.
What?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah,
It's a girl.
And we've already said that?
Yes.
I thought you like slipped it because I didn't know. So I was like looking at her, I was like, she's
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she spilled the beans a couple episodes ago, and I was wrong. I owe
Oh,
Sarah and the
okay.
baby
Yeah.
$50. So
He does.
old wives' tales did me wrong because
Oh,
I
yeah.
tried doing the fucking
tried to do the
pendulum.
ring belly?
Yeah, it didn't work.
But she is super low too, so everyone's like, "You're having a boy," because I'm carrying her like she's literally on my bladder 24/7.
Okay, well.
So she's all like, I don't know where she came from, but she's like, so I can't wear any pants.
Do you guys want to have kids in the future?
Is that your juicy number 6 question? Are we on 6?
I think 7.
Seven?
8.
And
We'll just say we're on 7.
let's
I lost count because there were a few questions in between the T. You know.
Yes, there was.
That's
Okay.
like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So, that's probably right.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys
Yeah.
want.
Do you guys want kids?
Not right now. I
Yeah.
have 3 furred babies, and that's good for me. So,
What fur babies do you have?
well, I'm wearing
Mine.
an E-necklace for, the one I've had the longest, but I have a Dalmatian. His name is Elvis.
I love
love
Elliot's
that.
obsessed with 101 Dalmatians right now, and
We'll
he
have
wants
to
a
show
spotted
him.
doggy.
Oh my god, look how
We'll have to show
spotted
him.
his
I know.
face is.
I've,
so
I've
cute.
met
So
these
cute.
dogs.
He's so cute.
What's his name?
Elvis.
Elvis.
Oh, I love
I'm
it.
an Elvis Presley fan. So
Oh,
yes,
so
it's
am
on
I.
the list.
Oh,
So is Corey. She had a dog named Elvis and one named Presley.
Oh my god, love
Oh.
that.
2 different dogs, Elvis and Presley. Now every time
She
you bring up
also named
Elvis,
her kid Baron.
That's
so,
true.
Well, I have a tattoo for
After
Elvis. I would
Trump's
take
son.
a bullet for Elvis. I would do
He's a
anything for
cute-ass
Elvis.
dog.
Elvis is literally of the utmost angelic thing on earth.
And they say, so I had like a mixed Dalmatian he wasn't a purebred Dalmatian, but they're always like, Dalmatians are like weird with kids. Like they're like can be super like unfriendly, but it's the same thing as any dog breed.
Right.
Just treat them nice and they're nice.
He is literally, anytime he's around kids, he's just wouldn't hurt a fly. And then I have a husky. His name is Chewy. And then in the last year, I'm sure if you guys follow me, you remember I brought in a rescue with the intent to rehabilitate her and find her forever home. Well, her forever home's with me.
Oh, it was a foster fail.
Yes, it was. And my mom, the day she met Molly, that's her name, Molly. She's a lab mix. My mom was like, "You're not gonna give her away. You're gonna get attached and keep her." Well, here we are. She is mine now. So, no real babies for a while. You know.
What about you, Beth?
Yeah, we're getting there.
House first, right?
Well, yeah, we just bought a house.
Didn't you just buy a puppy too?
I do have a puppy, but he is still cooking. He's not with us yet.
He's a Saint Bernard, right?
He's a Saint Bernard.
That's gonna be so cute.
Puppy named Bernie because I love Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
So that's my.
Is it yucky?
Yes.
That's my.
What is it?
A bit of honey candy.
Oh, those are bad.
I don't know that I've ever eaten one of those, but I know I will never eat one again.
No recommend.
Okay, so I'm turning 30 at the end of July, and I'm trying to do something
and
fucking
she looks
cool.
great for 30, by the way.
And I'm trying to do something really
30's
cool.
the new 20.
Exactly.
So I'm like
30, flirty, and thriving.
I said that to
Yes.
Oscar the other day. He's like, "Really? You're flirty? Like, what do you mean you're flirty?" And I'm like, "Just look at me. I just am flirty.
You
flirty
are
with
flirty.
you.
I love it.
Physically.
Dog.
Flirty.
Yeah, you're like, listen, everybody wants a piece of this, and you're the only one that gets a piece of this, so sit your ass
So
down.
jump
Right.
on it.
Don't
Yeah.
be sad. Be glad.
Like Blue Bonnet. Fuck
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my god. Please.
Be like, you put a ring on it, okay? I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But so we got the house because you have to have somewhere to put them, right? You can't just have babies and have nowhere to put them. And and I turned 30 at the end of July, so I want to do like a fun little. I wanted to go to Mexico, but like I don't know if anyone's gonna come now.
I will go to
Are
I
we
liked
going
your
to
side eye.
Mexico?
I appreciate
Are
that.
we going to Mexico? She's already been invited, so Sarah, you can come, but I don't know.
I will be there depending on when it's at. If it's like towards the end of July, probably not.
Yeah.
Sarah was so down though. She was like a week ago. She's like, let's go to Cancun like
I'm
in May.
still down
like,
to go. I'll scrape my pennies together.
What are
Let's
you
get
gonna
this
do in Cancun?
Tan?
Club at the bar with your belly? Like,
Yeah.
People are into that.
Yes. Let's do it.
She'll bring
It's
all
not
the
too
boys
late.
to the yard with those pregnant pheromones. So
I mean, can you
there you
smell
go.
me?
So back to the baby thing. We want to do something fun for my birthday, and then in October, I've been instructed specifically by my best friend's little brother's wife,
Wow.
which
That's a
is
lot.
funny, but it's like, if you saw this, like, there's a vibe there. My best friend Taryn, I think that like you saw her in there, and you probably see her on my stuff, and you know Taryn. So she's been married for 5 years and doesn't have a baby either, and so we decided in October we would start trying for babies at the same time.
that's so exciting.
So yeah, because
You'll have a July baby.
and I am a July baby.
Yay!
I'm like born at the very end of July, so my doctor would always say like, make a joke like, she's so mean because she was like conceived on Halloween. So I'm always like, I'm a witch, I told you.
That's
But
awesome.
so yeah, we're gonna see because her little brother got married in last October. And so they want to do this like party bus thing for their first anniversary, but it's also her parents' 30th anniversary. So they're doing like a big party together. So they're like, okay, no one can be pregnant for that because we have to have fun for that. But then after that, like, it's on. So my plan is to get my IUD out and to start.
Do that like sooner than later. Because it takes
having-
it takes
Well, I
for
have
your
a
birth
non-hormonal.
control, like to
I
get
have
out.
non-hormonal though.
Oh,
I have a copy.
Does that matter?
Does that matter?
I don't know because like
She told me it wouldn't take very long.
because like I had a girl in hair school. She was on the depot shot and it took her like a year.
Yeah,
to
so
get
mine, I
pregnant.
just have the copper IUD because I guess copper kills sperm.
Ew.
So it's like no weird, right? Which makes me think of other weird things. So
a lot of other weird things.
But anyways, that's my plan is
I'm so excited.
after that, we're gonna try.
There's gonna be a little bitch
Fur
bonus
baby.
Bethany
a little
running
bitch
around.
bonus beefy right now.
A little beefy.
And little Caroline May can have a friend.
Yes. Do you have any other follow-up questions? Since you know some more tea than I do.
I'm just trying to think of all the things like people are like fucked up to you about that you need to like clear. I hate that.
I know that a lot of people who go through that transition from being heavy to, model. Hello.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that should be the name
A
of your
lot of-
podcast.
You see ugly on whatever spectrum you're on. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about the people that, because I've gained and lost weight on and on forever. I like fluctuate the same 50 pounds all the time.
Right.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you will.
But I did have like a little bit of a glow up, I would say. So I do have some people that are like that, like in high school and stuff, that were like would either make fun of me or like didn't want anything to do with me, that are like in my fucking direct messages and stuff. Like, are you still married? Like all this stuff all the time. And it's like, so you have to have that too and be like, what the, like, you need to.
Well, I mean, going from being made fun of in high school and not having a ton of friends to losing a bunch of weight. I got a fuck ton of lip fillers, which you guys already know. And then also,
I got fillers too. We're good.
Yeah,
We're the same.
My forehead is frozen. How I
Same.
like it. Anyways.
Watch us try to raise our eyebrows.
That's amazing.
You can't frown.
I
either.
love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I try really hard.
Yeah, But, and then also, like, going to being, like, whatever you want to call it on Instagram. I don't think it's anything, but, some people feel some type of way. So, all the time. Like, I had one girl, I don't even remember her, but she was like, I used to make fun of you so much, and I just wanted to reach out and apologize. Say, I'm sorry for making fun of you and let you know that you're doing better than all of us. So, who gives a fuck?
But, like,
I'm glad that she wasn't so prideful that she could send
I've
that
had
message
a couple
to you.
girls apologize, you know what I mean? So there was one girl, if she ever listens, her name is Skylar. If you're listening, Skylar, you know who I'm talking to. But she was so mean to me. Oh my God. And she has apologized since too. So I just think it's important to remember, don't be mean to anyone because you don't know. They could be the next Steve Jobs or they could lose a bunch of weight or whatever, just be fucking nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, they could be the next
to
freaking
everyone.
person to come in and shoot up your fucking
And
school
they look
too.
at you and
So
be like, you were nice to me, so I'm not gonna kill you. Be like,
Yeah,
you.
just be nice, people. Literally.
just
be
there's no room for that.
there's everyone has their
And
own
also,
struggles,
boys,
get over
if
it.
you were mean to me in high school, I don't want to fuck you. Thank you.
no, we're
Yeah.
done
They'd
with
be
you.
like, oh hey,
Yeah,
you're like,
no.
next.
no thanks.
Yeah, PSA. Thank
No.
you.
You're like, yeah, your punishment is you don't get this. Fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have like beer bellies and are like disgusting too.
Oh,
Probably
So-
receding hairline.
For
yeah,
sure,
definitely.
For sure. It's like,
So let me ask you one last question.
whatever you
How
want.
did you build your following?
I mean, if you guys been around for a long time, I had started with Facebook Lives doing makeup. It kind of started there, and then, over the years, I have been like Jaclyn Hill has reposted me a couple times. Jeffree Star.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking who else? Jen Nye, owner of Batty Bee Lashes. I'm an affiliate with them. I'm also an affiliate with Benefit, so putting myself
That's a big
out there
deal.
always.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually just got a package from Benefit the other day. It still doesn't feel real every time a package comes from Benefit. I'm just like,
Benefit's a big deal.
Yeah,
that's
like,
all of it's a big deal. But the fact that like you get those
Absolutely.
PR packages, like you have to feel good for that.
oh,
For
absolutely.
fucking Benefit too. It's
Oh, of
not
course.
like nothing against indie brands. They're amazing, but like that's like Benefit Cosmetics.
Well, I
sending you
mean,
stuff.
Batty Bee, she's been, shout out to Jen, owner of Batty Bee. She took a chance on me back when I had like 6,000 followers and has been riding with me ever since. So absolutely love her. And there's just a few bigger brands that have taken a chance on me. So, and being an affiliate with brands is like the coolest fucking thing ever, that someone values your opinion enough to give you something to talk about. You guys already know, if you follow me, I love Gold Elite. I've been growing with Gold Elite for a while. It's my favorite athletic
I bought
brand.
that because of you.
Did you really? Do you love it?
Yeah, and I use code Jakelie.
Corey, do you hear that? She loves it, and she used code Jakelie. So, yeah, no, it's still, like, the coolest thing ever. But, you know, just putting yourself out there, figure out, like I've said now at this point, if I can't make it doing the makeup I like, because for a long time I fought this battle of, you know, you see on Instagram these people doing these crazy makeup looks, and that's not what made me fall in love with makeup. That's not even what makes me happy, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, your typical, like, your Kim K glam is where I like, is what I'm passionate about. That's what I like to do. I'm not here to make myself look like, I don't even know, what are people making themselves look like, emojis now? You know, whatever is going on. I'm not a James Charles. I'm a Jaclyn Hill for sure. So if I can't make it doing the makeup I love, then I'm not meant to make it at all. And that's kind of how I see it. You know, because I take pride in the fact that if I recommend something to my follower, I hate that word, but you know, the girls that I consider my besties on Instagram, they take it very seriously. They go out and purchase it, and they like my opinion mattering to people means everything to me. Like, if I recommend something and I can get people hooked on it and they love it as much as I do, then that's what is everything to me. But I just say, put yourself out there, figure out whatever the fuck it is you want to tell, like, you want to be for people. Like, that's why I put my weight loss journey out there, was if I could inspire one person that it's okay to admit, hey, I have a problem and I need help, then it was all worth it to me. Because it was, throughout this whole journey, it was never easy to share anything. It wasn't easy to share my belly that I tried to hide from everyone, or, you know, the hot buttered rolls I was serving in the back, or, you know, my weight. That was probably the biggest thing. I think as a...
Just putting the actual number down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No one wants to admit that they got, you know, at least for me, I didn't want to tell anybody I got to over 300 pounds. It was embarrassing for me. And not because this scale necessarily is everything, but because there was no good reason for me to weigh that much, really. At the end of the day, there was no good reason. There just wasn't. So, you know, I think it's important to let people know that no matter where you start from, you can do anything you fucking want to do, and nobody can tell you otherwise. And you fall down 9, you get up 10. Like, it really just doesn't matter. You are capable of whatever the fuck you put your mind to. I don't think anybody back 7 years ago when I started putting myself out there thought that I would be here right now. Like, my mom had a fangirl moment. If you guys know who Joe Coy is, he's like the funniest fucking comedian. Oh my god, he's pretty big. I think he's got like 3 million followers, and he's got his own thing on Netflix, and he's hilarious. Well, I tagged him in something very simple. Well, he saw it, took a minute to take a look at my page, told me how fucking cool I was, how badass I was, and I told him we were going to a show, and he's like, and this was before the pandemic, of course, but at the time when we still could go out and do things, he was like, when you come to my show, let me know, you know, if I have a chance, I'd love to take a picture with you. I think you're really inspirational. My mom about lost her shit. She was like, Joe Coy is messaging you. So it's just, the opportunities I've gotten, the people I've gotten to talk to has been so cool, because people take note. And listen, you guys, you can do whatever you want to do. Like, no matter how hard it may seem, you know, no matter how many times in the gym I wanted to throw up, how many times I said, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that, you can do that. You can do whatever you want. And if you're trying to grow your Instagram, just be true to yourself, put your best foot forward, and you will grow a genuine following. Like, I know there's probably things I could do to have 100,000 followers, but to me, the 21,000 I have are all genuine and are here for me. And I also, if anyone's rude to me, they're ready to cut a bitch too. So, you know.
Oh yeah, you get stood up for it. That's
oh,
why
absolutely.
I get pissed off at like some weird things people will comment on your stuff, and like I don't even have to say anything because there's already been 8 fucking girls that have already done it.
You know,
so.
and I take it to heart. Like, they are like my best friends that I've never met. So
yeah.
I appreciate every single one of them. And I, like, even right now, sitting in this basement, okay, like, on this podcast is so cool to me that someone wanted to ask me questions about whatever I'm doing, because to me, you know, I'm just doing my normal everyday life, and to other people it's something extraordinary that motivates them, which is like the coolest feeling.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, just make sure that your heart's in it and that thing is for you, because if it isn't for you, you know, it's not going to work out. If it is for you, if you fall flat on your face, it's on you. If it works out, it's on you. Either way, it's on you. So
that's awesome.
Just be honest and genuine and put out real shit, even when
be authentic.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like that's what we all need to see, right? Like, we all follow Kylie Jenner. We all see the perfect blah, 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 blah. But, you know, what I look forward to, at least in my followers, is either something they're struggling with that I'm also struggling with, or the reality of maybe this stretch mark is normal, or this certain thing I'm going through is normal, or whatever. Because sometimes I think we stare at ourselves and go, I'm the only one that has this, and that's just not the case. That's why, honestly, I have cellulite and I don't smooth it out because I want to let you guys know that even when you lose weight and you lift weights, you are still not going to be perfect. It just doesn't work that way, you know? That's why I also share my weight, you know, that, because everybody, when they look at me, they think I'm like 150 pounds and I'm actually like 190 pounds. So let them know that this scale also is not everything too. So if you weigh a little more, but you feel good about yourself, that's what matters.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and that's what we we inspire to do with this podcast. You know, we try to open up safe platforms where we can talk about difficult, controversial, or taboo things. Try and normalize everything. And so it was an honor to have you on, a privilege, really, to get to know you better. And
so excited that I can say I know you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, like, take a picture. We take a picture. I got tagged.
Yes.
Bitches, I met her.
And we will. We'll take a picture in the studio after we're done, and we'll post it. And we just can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day to come down to good old Ogden and record with Hard Talks. It's been a good one.
And you guys, if you are from my page, follow her podcast, listen to it, support small, whatever you want to call it, pages, businesses, support them all, okay?
Yes, low-key disclosure, some episodes are more inappropriate than others. So 18 and up, slide in on your own time. We love you.
Love that. We love the inappropriateness.
Yes, it's called Hard Talks for a reason, baby. We hope you had your beverages ready, because we almost finished this fucking bucket, you guys.
I think I could do it.
That's, because you got things to do after this, friend.
I know. She's
But-
like, staying or are you going?
I have to go to the gym because, you know, that's what I do. But
Getting it, girl. Getting it, girl.
Back day, so.
Well, all that being
Badass
said,
bitch doing her badass bitchness.
yes, Sarah, as always,
Ring what? I'm so confused.
Well, no, we're gonna close it out here.
Oh, that's where we're closing.
Yep, we're closing it out. Oh God.
I shouldn't drink the rest of
You
this.
can't.
Oh, but we can. It's Easter on Sunday. Well, last Sunday, but because this is gonna air next Friday. See.
Okay. My mom takes Easter very seriously with a very aggressive Easter egg hunt every year. So.
This is gonna be the first year that I won't have my little boy on Easter.
Well, do you want to come to my mother-in-law's house?
I might be doing
Okay, never mind then.
recreational things tonight.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't invite her to one thing and I get in
I might
trouble.
be getting a
And I
dicking.
invited her over. And I invited her to other shit and she's all like, oh, no, no.
Oh my God.
Fuck you.
Yes.
No.
Well, Bethany, we'll see you next episode. So thanks for being on as well.
Of course.
If you want to give us a listen, a follow, a like, a share, go give us.
Comment.
Yes. Go
love
follow
the
us on
comments.
Instagram and Facebook at Hard Talks with B and H. And you can also email into the show to share comments, perspective, just be a part of the conversation. Email in at Hard Talks with BB and H. Oh no, I fucked it up. Hard Talks with B and H. Minus one B, remember? Because I fucked that
You
up.
had
No.
to brand a few times.
Oh, I've had to rebrand a few times. It's been a mess.
5 times.
So, yeah, definitely email in at hardtalkswithbnh@gmail.com. We definitely want to hear from you. We love the support. And we're going to end it there. Now,
Love it.
We hope you have an epic week. Thank you guys for being on.
Happy last Easter.
Last Sunday.
Last week.
Indeed. Yes. Until next time.
Heyo.
Heyo. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You know that's Alaska feather flock?
Brought to you by Hard Talk Abduction.
Yeah.